Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Jim, and today we got five guests, and this is Cherry and Daniel, and Lisa, Anson, and Natalia. And today our topic gonna be like first impression. And I got first question like, do you believe first impression?
Yeah, for me, I do believe in first impression because I tend to judge people by how they look like. Like if they give me polite image, then I will tend to be friend with them because I think they are kind or something like that. What about you? What do you think?
Okay, I also think about first impression, the way they look, how they talk, yeah, and their body language. But no, body language is not. I don't fancy the body language now, but the way they talk and the way they dress is what I definitely look like.
Yeah, how about you guys? What do you guys think about first impression?
Well, in my opinion, for my first impression, it's the body language. What I see first of a person and their clothes, I tend to have a first impression of everyone that I see because of those two things.
Well, for me, in my opinion, my first impression is to see someone is not. I don't care about the appearance, like the style, but the body language is the first, and I always, you know, see the eye directly, so I get it, the eye contact. If the person is that I'm interested to talk with or something like that.
Yeah, for me, I believe first impression is very important. Yeah, I usually look at their faces or voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I think everyone thinks the first impression is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and then what contribute to people's first impression? You think?
Sorry, what?
What contribute to people's first impression?
Okay.
Well, for me, I think what I mentioned about like body language and their eyes or something, I think it's important for me. Like the facial expression and that's just the most important. If like people staring at you or like with rude eyesight, I think maybe he is not a friendly person, so I would try to avoid contact with him. But if people are smiling, and then I'll have a higher tendency to approach them because they look friendly and kind, so maybe they won't hurt me, and yeah, I will do that kind of things.
What do you think?
Okay, for me, as you said, I look at the way you see me, eye to eye. You know, some people when they see you, they look at you very rudely. So you might know how you would talk to the person or something like that. But some can also look at you rudely, but he's very friendly. So it depends. Unless maybe you get to interact with the person before you know how he or she is. So I think my personal impression is I get closer to the person before I know what he does, not like the person.
What do you guys think?
Well, I personally think that the most important part is how confident the person is. That obviously contributes to the body language, and I think above all, it's what the majority of persons or the people look at the first impression of someone.
Okay. Yeah. Especially now because of pandemic, there we wear the face mask. Yeah, that's why we can't look at the face mouth. Yeah, so it's more important to express
With the
using eye. Yeah. But sometimes I can't understand they think only eyes. Yeah. So
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
eye contact is
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
yeah.
So, what opinion we make about the person in the first 5 minutes?
What was
Like people meet each other in first 5 minutes. I think it's the most important part for the first impression. Yeah. So like what type of like appearance or dressing, or speaking, what do you guys think is more important?
Well, I think the wearing, some people use very colorful colors, and for me that's for a confident person that wants to call for attention, and that's one specific wearing that I would say.
Well, that is true. I think people, the color they wear can show who they are. Like if they're wearing red, and then they might be a confident person. And that's what I agree with you. And other than the color, I think the style about them, like if they're dressing like some in punk style, or some maybe if they dress like a gangster, I would think that they are cool, and maybe they will be less friendly to me. But yeah, I think other than colors, the style of how you dress also matters.
Okay, for me, I think of the way they talk. You know, some can dress gangster, but he's very polite, very friendly. Some can, you know, that's what I said at the first. Like you could see him very rudely to you. The way he looks at you, he might look rude, but when you get to talk to him or her, you might see that he's very friendly, very open. So not necessarily the dress code, you know, that you have to look at before you tell the person. You have to get to talk to him or her before.
Yeah,
So I think it's
Yeah,
all
it's,
great.
yeah, it's like the word you use.
Okay.
there was one time that I was walking home, and then an old man is walking his dog, and then I was looking at his dog, and his dog is cute, so I want to pet him, and then I look at the man. He stared at me in a very in a very rude way. So I just don't know how to ask, and I'm afraid of him. But then he started to ask me, "Oh, do you want to pet him?" And then I was just, wow, maybe he just looked mad, but he isn't like that.
Yeah,
He's
right.
very friendly. Yeah.
maybe because the appearance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think the wearing is the most important, but that's when you don't know the person, when you're like approaching to someone, like you said.
Yeah.
I think that the most important thing is the way they talk to you, and you can see the confidence in them too, in the how high or low is their voice, and how friendly they talk to you.
Yeah. Other than the tone, I also think that for me, it isn't like really like that. But I know that some people also judge others by their accents. Like for English, British people, they'll if you are speaking some preserved pronunciation, received pronunciation, yeah, and then they will see you as a higher status people. And then if you speak some other accent, maybe you will have a lower status in their mind, something like that.
Yeah, some of the people will care about it. Yeah. Yeah, how are you? Do you think the posture or the activity will be important or not?
The what? Sorry, can you repeat?
Like the people's posture
Okay.
and their activities, like you know.
Well, I think that enters to the body language. I don't really know, but in my opinion, I don't see the posture of a lot of people, or at least I don't mind about them. Like I said before, I'm interested, or I watch other aspects of their um, of their physical appearance.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know what to answer about that.
I think for your appearance, it counts a lot. You know, when you dress, you know, professional, like executive, not executive always, but like when you look presentable, it's easy for people to approach you. But when you dress kind of when you dress some way, someone might think something negative of you. That one is a punk. Now, why do we see a homeless guy and say, it's because of the way they dress, how they behave. So that's all counts. So it's better we dress well or look presentable too.
Well, other than gesture and different body posture, I also think the behavior, like what he mentioned, is important. Like if people are, let's say, I'm meeting a new person in a restaurant, and if I see he's being impolite to the waiter or waitress, I will think that maybe he is not a good person, or at least he's not polite enough, or some kind of thing. But if he is always saying thank you and being so friendly and nice to the waitress, I will think, oh, he's probably a good person. So I think the attitude and the behavior towards different people is also important.
Actually, I have read about that, and if you notice, some people act different between some group of people,
Yeah.
and in my opinion, the true self of someone is talking with them and learning about them. For example, how you said it, when they are talking to someone that they think they are like in a lower level, even talking about economics or socially, they could act different. So I think that's a really important aspect of someone.
This is true, but if I saw someone who used an more impolite way to talk to people who have a lower status than him, I would think he is kind of impolite, or maybe I'll think that he is a little bit unrespect to other people, and then I will treat them like I wouldn't treat them bad, but in my mind, his or her impression will be a little bit bad because he's treating people who have lower status than him with an unfriendly attitude.
Yeah.
Well, and also, like, what do you guys think about the perfume? Someone.
Yeah, you know,
The what? Sorry?
Yeah.
Perfume.
The perfume, okay.
Very nice, yeah.
The perfume also counts. You know, when they have a good smell, when someone comes in, he has a very good smell. You might, it's kind of, you get the respect. But when he smells bad, you just think, like, there's an impression that you give to him or her about the way he smells. So it also matters most. For that one, it also matters most. Yeah.
I agree that
Yeah.
maybe if the people didn't smell so good, even after they're not doing exercise or some kind of sweaty activity, I would think that maybe he don't have a good hygiene, and maybe he is a little bit dirty. That's why he smells. So yeah, I think the smells also matters.
Yeah, like I said before, I watch a lot of interviews where I personally think that the words are important, but like you said before, that some people see a homeless person because of what they are wearing, and for me, I don't judge someone why or how they are wearing something, but the smell, it's something really important. I see someone sleeping at the street and I don't think it's a homeless person, but if I smell him and he smells really bad, I don't know, something else, I would think, well, something else about him.
Yeah, and as you guys mentioned, like there's a lot of people dressing like the street style. Like, do you guys think, do you have a tendency to make friends like that dress similar style as you?
I haven't thought about it, but I think I don't meet a lot of people that dress like me, but I copy how people dress in my friends group.
Yeah.
So I think that would be like a following for a stronger friendship. I
Yeah,
don't know.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's normally common, like, we learn to adapt, see the way other people dress and dress like them. So when it fits your style, or when it suits you, like it, you will definitely dress like, and you get to have an interaction with the person. Yeah. But it's not necessary that there's a particular style that you just need to talk to.
Yeah.
Someone it's better you speak with everyone. Someone who dresses like a punk. When I say punk is so yeah. They might look. They have some are very friendly. So when you get close to the person, you might relate with them very well. And some also looking like a gangster. Some are also, like I said, some are very polite, some are very good. They can help you if in case you need something. Yeah, so it's all good, but you have to relate with every type of people, like every kind, so that you get to know how their life is, their culture, the way they behave. Yeah. It's good to know each and every one like that.
I agree that for me, I'll tend to greet those people who have similar style with me. I think this tend to happen within the groups of girls, because in my secondary school, that if people would tend to first make friends with people who have similar dressing style with us, like so that maybe at that time, I think that maybe they will have a similar personality with me, or maybe they will have the same fashion sense or taste, something like that. So I'll tend to make friends with them first, but then I realized that maybe it's not really appropriate to judge them by just by their style. Maybe just like what they say, maybe some street style guy or punky guy can be nice as well. So yeah, I tend to do that before, but now I didn't do that a lot. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm from Japan.
Mhm.
Yeah, in Japan, many Japanese just the appearance. Yeah, so the dress up is so important for Japanese, especially in business situation. Yeah. If their businessmen wear dirty suits or dirty shoes, yeah. Other people think he is not good business person. That's why we don't want to contract with him. Something, yeah. So it's so important. But I think many Japanese care about appearance too much. Yeah. Yeah,
Because
too much.
They, like as I said, when you're going for an employment, like you are going for a job interview, the first thing they see, they do is your impression, like the way your appearance. So when you don't look presentable, they'll definitely not give you the job. So you like you didn't bring suit, you wore just a simple t-shirt, or they wouldn't give it. And I think it applies to most countries in the world. If you like you have to wear suits at least, yes, because that's the code. That's the dress code for a business person. So if I'm wearing a suit, it's definitely there. I have to go there and they interview me. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I got a lot of idea from you guys. Thank you a lot. I got the final question. Like, do you think people will change their like first impression for other people? Or how to change it?
Oh, how to change it? Well, I would think that talking with someone would be the most important aspect of someone to change their way of thinking.
Yeah.
Not only because you want to show how high or how slow you talk or how friendly, but your ideas can change the way of people thinking about you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think if I judge people, if I have first impression based on what they wear and how they dress or something like that, it can be changed afterwards because they might have a different heart than how they look like. But I think for the style of how they speak and like their behavior, that can be changed. I think behavior is a long-term development. If the impression is based on the behavior, I think it probably won't be changed for probably there won't be much changes because it's about the personality.
Yeah, you know, normally behavior starts from childhood.
Yeah.
So when you done this from childhood to right now your age that you are now, so it's very difficult for you to change just like that unless they give you proper counseling or you meet someone who advises you to speak properly. Some people, some in US especially, some people when they talk they normally they have curse words like fuck and motherfucker and those kind of words. Like they when they were kids they used to say it. They've said it for a long time, so they can't change it unless they get to like someone cancels them or you see. So
That's true.
it's better like for that one it might be very difficult for someone to change, but by talking to someone and advising him might also solve the problem.
Yeah, I think the behavior, like the body language, is hard to change. But for the dressing part, it's
Changeable.
it's changeable. Yeah, I think that's all for today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.